We're a mother and daughter podcast. Of course, we are going to crack inside jokes.
We're a mother and daughter podcast. Of course, we're going to compare our different views on everything.
I'm Angela the mom.
I'm Rajah the daughter.
And this is Talking Brown Sugar.
Don't forget to find us online.
Facebook and Instagram.
At Talking Brown Sugar.
Twitter.
At Talking Brown Sugar.
Email.
talkingbrown.sugar@gmail.com.
YouTube.
Yes, subscribe and like and share from YouTube at Talking Brown Sugar.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith and the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope and the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day. Hey. Let us march on till victory
is won. We're in the Sugar Bowl today, talking about random thoughts. Angela?
Yes, we're talking about these here Stanley Cups. What's the big deal on the Stanley Cup? I tell you, Stanley Cup's been out before I was even born. People just going crazy. We had a Stanley Cup a long time ago. Opened it up, it had rust in the bottom. I just recently bought a Stanley Cup. Didn't realize it was that much money because I was buying it for a loved one. You can get any kind of cup to make you happy. Just be happy with what you got. You ain't got to steal it like the one lady had a whole bunch of them in her back of the seat of her car. People are standing in front of this marketplace trying to get them. People are standing in front of these overnight sensations. It's just a cup, people. You can even type it, Stanley Cup.
Yes, the cup definitely went viral, sending people into a frenzy over getting them. They're overpriced, big juggalugs, and it's a status symbol all of a sudden, similar to cell phones and things. So it's a symptom or a byproduct of capitalism and consumerism or hyper-consumerism. And related to that, my question is, are we losing common sense? Common sense is not seeming like it's so common these days, and it may just be my social media feed. So I might need to refresh my social media feed, but we don't need to share everything. Some things should just come easy, make some sense, but it seems like as we consume shorter bits of media, we are losing our common sense. What do you have to say about that, Angela?
Well, going back to what you just said, losing common sense, Rajah? Look up the word common to make some sense.
Back to you.
We're in the sugar cubes, aka the news, to put a little sugar in your cup.
Yes, the first story we have up, Marlon Wayans has some thoughts on Black culture and the recent Cat Williams feat.
I'm tired of the rhetoric of, oh, you sell out in Hollywood because you wore a dress. Negro, I wore a dress. It's called White Chicks. You know what we did? We did a classic. Only black people sit there and go, man, our brothers wearing dresses. Oh, so white people, when they wear dresses, when Robin Williams wears a dress and Mrs. Doubtfire, he's brilliant. As soon as we put on a dress, we start tearing each other down. This is art. And this is comedy. You think I'm going to tear down Flip Wilson? You think I'm going to tear down Tyler Perry? I'm not going to tear down any of these brothers. It's comedy. And we should embrace our comedy, all of it. Every shade of black that is black and is beautiful. Minorities need to stick together and come together and really celebrate us. We have been taught to drag each other down. It's toxic. It is so toxic. I'm just not going to be a part of that. Now, I can't tell my other brother in comedy how to conduct himself.
Right.
You know, I still got nothing but love for Cat. Cat be popping all these things. But Cat gonna be Cat. Cat being Cat. And you can't get mad at it because, you know, Cat's also a brilliant dude. You know, let's not pollute comedy. I don't want people starting to, we already had a slap. People got to get back into, you know, the positivity of building people up. You don't see any other race of people tearing people down the way black people do.
Right.
We are our own worst enemies, and we have to stop that.
That's a clip. Marlon Wayne's talking to Big Boy. What you think?
I agree. Comedy we need. You know, we all have different people that we really prefer. Like I like Lavelle Crawford. He is too funny to me, and I adore Cat Williams. If you don't like something somebody did, just don't listen to it because that's their thing. Kevin Hart, he's changed. But I still like them. I'm going to still root for all of them. Because we need them. That's our, you know, that's our background. It is to me, you make so much money on these, what do you want to call it? When you go on tours and stuff. Look at the seats and look how much these tickets cost. Everybody can sit at somebody's table and laugh, to rub elbows or steal a joke. And be courteous if we're stealing each other's jokes. Get permission. You know? Like Red Fox. We can't do nothing without Mom's Mabley. What? Brilliant minds. Everybody have their own way of making you laugh. David Chappelle. What's your feed?
I have many thoughts, more thoughts than when I initially heard the clip. I thought he made a lot of points. Some I agree with, and then some I'm like, eh. I definitely agree with his critique of how much we critique comedy. I think we are sometimes harsh on it, but like any art form, it deserves critique because you're putting it out to the public. Once you put it out there for feedback, you're going to get feedback. You either tweak and get better or improve it or continue doing your thing and hone your craft and let it take shape. And hopefully you can be like someone like Dave Chappelle and shift your comedy into you just doing dialogue on stage for a while with a couple of jokes mixed in here and there. You know, because people like you. They F with you and they F with your brand, so they're going to come to hear you and hear your thoughts like some, you know, people do on their podcast. Or you can be a comedian like Cat Williams is. A lot of comedians, I agree with Cat when he was saying, you know, a lot of comedians were complaining about how people were like, you can't say this, you can't say that. You know, complaining about what words you can't use this, and the third. And he was like, if you're a good comedian, you'll adjust. Like anything, when stuff changes, you'll adjust. If you're that good, if you're, you know, that hot on the mic, you'll be able to adjust. So I agree with that, you know. But with back to Marlon's point about, you know, specifically comedy and the piece about black men having to wear a dress to get into those different levels of fame and that being a part of the comedy. I don't know, I'm still split on it because I don't think it bothers me as a black woman that comedians can, especially black comedians, black men on Instagram, those who are Instagram famous, or not even just Instagram, but social media famous, social media influencers who put on a wig and mock black women or how some black women are, you know, like basically doing a different version of Shanae, updated version of Shanae, how that can get laughs and that's funnier than an actual Shanae doing her thing, being herself. Why can't Shanae just go out there and be herself and be funny and garner this much positive attention and support? Why does it have to be, you know, a black man putting on that, and why is that celebrated? Because there are so many other women who are out here just being themselves, being funny, but they don't get the same kind of support. And I'm specifically talking about black women right now. So I'm two ways about it. I think if a man wants to wear a dress to be funny and crack jokes, cool. But if that's your whole shtick, that's it. You just putting on a wig and a dress, and that's
Putting on a wig and a dress.
That's like low hanging fruit to me. That's like, okay, what else do you have in your bag of tricks? But they're saying that's like, you know, connected to Illuminati and like a rite of passage for them to get to a certain point. And it's just like, I don't know. I just think if that's what you're doing, that's your whole thing. You should be able to do other stuff that's funny. But that's what sticks, and that means that's what you're willing to do to be funny. And so that makes me question, or not even question, that confirms for me why you're in it. You're not necessarily in it for the craft. You're in it to just get the attention, which will garner you potential money, because I know it's a lot of hard work for people who are content creators. It's a lot of work that goes into it. So even as a comedian, it's a lot of work crafting your jokes. But like I said, just do better. And then specifically thinking about Black people dogging each other, he has a point. We do self-police. That's how we've been conditioned, especially in this country, to self-police. Marlon Wayans had a joke about the slap. Is that not negative or what he said we should do? And it was a violent thing to witness, but it happened.
It did.
You crack jokes about it, we move on. But I think he did have a point in that we need to get back to the positive pieces outside of the internet, outside of comedy and things like that. We do need to do or work on really connecting and supporting each other beyond, I'm gonna help you if you got something I can get in return. So out of love for each other and community, like he said, we gotta stay together. I agree with that. So yeah, I have lots of thoughts about that. And just the intersectionality of being a Black person in this country, how all those different things impact our decisions and what we find funny.
So true.
Moving on to other stories. We have wife of 49ers, Kyle J, not going to say his last name, becomes a designing star thanks to Taylor Swift. So, yeah, the first lady of one of the San Francisco 49ers, the fullback for them, Kyle J, he's not the biggest star in his family. Apparently his wife is. All it took was Taylor fan to wear one of the bedazzled jersey puffy winter coats on that she designed, Kristen J, for people to start requesting them. So she's made some for celebrities and all the different people who go to games when they support their team. So very popular among women who go to sports games and want a bedazzled puffy winter coat.
Yeah, she even showed how she takes different league t-shirts and whoever your favorite team number is and designs them and add her little twist to it. They're colorful and they're cute. I would wear one.
Okay. I know a puffy coat is necessary for the winter.
Yes. And moving right along.
Yeah, electric car owners confront a harsh foe, cold weather. So this is happening all over the country, but the story comes out of Chicago. Temperatures sinking below zero really messed with electric car vehicle charging stations, so they become places of desperation with depleted batteries and confrontational drivers and lines stretching out onto the street. It says when it's cold like this, the cars aren't functioning well, the chargers aren't functioning, and people don't function so well either. It was an Uber driver who was interviewed about it. It was like over the last week with the weather, cars have not been able to keep a charge. And so the guy who was making a comment, he said he was going out Sunday looking for a charging station with 30 miles left, and his battery, within minutes, the battery was dead. He had to have his car towed to the station. So when he finally plugged it in, it wasn't getting any charge. And he said recharging the battery, which usually takes an hour, took 5 hours. So yeah, this was a problem that people didn't anticipate or weren't prepared for with many Tesla models. Vehicles use more energy to heat their batteries and the cabin in the cold weather, so it's normal to see energy consumption increase. Says Tesla reminds users in a post on the website where it offers a few tips for drivers to keep the charge level above 20% to reduce the impact of freezing temperatures. They also recommended that drivers use a scheduled departure feature to register the start of the trip in advance so that the vehicle can determine the best time to start charging and preconditioning. That allows the car to operate at peak efficiency from the moment it starts.
I don't think they did their due diligence of studying the temperature around the world, because it's a good point for keeping the, going green, but that can make your face go red when you're trying to go somewhere and you can't even get in your car or start your day.
Yeah, so you made this investment thinking it's good for the environment because you have an electric car, but the cold temperature not only is it harder for the car to get up and get started and keep itself warm, it's losing a battery or is losing battery because it's cold. So it's like now you gotta get a Tesla coat.
Oh, that makes sense.
You gotta put a puffer on your Tesla.
Ooh, your Tesla.
A Tesla puffer. You gotta put your car in a koozie.
Wouldn't that be cute?
Uh,
Say, both the garage, get you a koozie.
and that's something you would think they would warn people about in advance. Or, I don't know. We don't read manuals.
Yeah.
People don't read user manuals anymore. So it's like...
And then you got to find a docking station if you don't have it at your house.
Yeah, just sounds like we didn't think it all the way through. Final story of the day. Andre Day will perform the national black anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, at the Super Bowl this next month.
Yes. February the 11th, people.
Yeah, so get excited.
Ready for some yum yums. Eating, greeting.
We're going to take to the streets to see what people think about the upcoming Super Bowl.
I have K and G here with me today, talking brown sugar. This is football season. Got some questions. Do you have time?
Yes.
What is your favorite NFL team?
Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, so you have two. Okay. Mine's the Redskins. Okay. Do you like their colors? What's fascinating about it?
Carolina it's for my dad and my uncle. Dallas, I've always liked Dallas.
Interesting. Always a rival, huh?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's good to know.
Who do we have with us here today?
Hey, what's up? I'm Terry.
What's up, Terry? How are you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing? Well, my favorite team, of course, growing up was the Carolina Panthers since I'm born and raised in, Durham, North Carolina. But my favorite player of all time is Tom Brady, so I have to rock with the Patriots on that.
Okay, so you were the Tom Brady hype.
Of course, Brady's the GOAT.
Talking to Rio. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Good.
Not really, but I just go with my mom, which is the Redskins. They go by the team in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they call them the Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're a Tom Brady fan. Our second question is, will Tom Brady accept Robert Kraft's offer to return to the New England Patriots?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not.
What? Why do you say that?
He's 46 years old, a year removed from playing the game. It's just tough for me to see him come back and not be who he was before he left. So let's just end it on a high note. He got six rings, 7 rings. Just go ahead and stay home, Brady. Let us remember you as the great player that you were.
Got it. So don't drag it out. Just end it while you on top.
No,
Keep
yeah.
it. Okay. All right.
Well, that's news to me. I've never heard of it. I didn't hear nothing about it. First, I've heard of it, but to me, Brady needs to just stay retired. Kraft wants another ring. He got rid of Belichick, so I guess he wants Brady to either coach the team or whatever, but Brady just needs to retire. He ain't got nothing to prove. He got all the rings. He got nothing to prove.
So what about the older gentleman that's a coach? He's leaving?
To Belichick?
No.
Talking about Will Carroll?
Yeah.
Carroll is retired. He's about to go retire.
Oh, okay.
And when the Philadelphia, when the dude with the brother who plays for Philly, his brother plays for the one dating Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
His brother's finna retire.
Yeah, I feel that too. I saw that was heartfelt. So, but they say it's still up in the air.
Yeah.
You never know. I know my team not doing too good. They got
the money. I mean, both.
They got some new people that took over the franchise.
Money talk. People they get that
talk
money.
Talk about the Redskins, people.
They get the money. They'll stay another. But I'm like, if you retire like Belichick is gone. He need to retire. You got nothing to prove. You was a good coach. Everyone see you couldn't do it without Brady. Because Brady made you win the championship, helped you win the championship.
So they admit to that. They did admit to that.
He couldn't do it without him. So you need to just go ahead and retire.
If you were to go to a tailgate or attend a tailgate, what dish would you be known for, or what would you bring?
Yeah, depending on my schedule, look, you just gotta let me know the date. I'll tell you from
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds good.
I would bring some ribs.
Okay.
Ribs.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with ribs.
You gonna bring enough, or you gonna bring just some for your personal self?
No, I bring enough for everybody. Find out how many people there. I bring enough.
Would you bring your own grill?
No, I'll bring the meat.
Oh, okay.
I would bring the meat.
Yeah, I'll probably bring some drumettes, and I'll make a good tall salad.
Yeah, I'll bring the meat.
Would you have your Dallas gear on?
Of course. When you play, I wouldn't even care. I just like to see a good football game.
So what's fun about the tailgate? Why people get so hyped up about it?
Because when you have a tailgate, you're supporting your team, meeting other people who are enthused with the team or like the game of football just as much as you do.
I guess if they can't get those good seats, and some people say they've been on waiting lists for like 20 years and still can't even get a nosebleed seat.
Them seats cost money.
They do.
Like the Super Bowl, the I think it's San Francisco versus Tampa Bay. Them seats costing over cost seat is $500 something off.
And the funny thing about that, even when they have not an arch rival, they're pricey still.
Yeah, because it's a division. They in the division, not the division, but you in the NFC.
And would you like to tailgate in the summertime or the winter?
Right.
I take either one. It'd be some good partying going on to me.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's some good partying.
I'm not very familiar with tailgates. The only one I've gone to was back when I was in school, and they had Domino's and Jimmy John's come out and give free pizza and sandwiches. I do know about people bringing stuff like buffalo dip and wings to tailgates, but just from like media, so like movies, shows. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what's typical to bring besides those things. I know that I will probably bring lemon bars because it's easy for me to make. It's low maintenance, and I know I can make it. It'll be good, and I don't have to worry about if people will like it. So yes, that's what I would bring.
Definitely ribs.
Ribs?
Definitely ribs.
Okay.
And, I'm a big cake guy, so I have to, make a cake that everybody would love. So
cake and ribs.
Yes.
That's an interesting combination. All right.
you gotta have some dessert in there.
Something sweet. A little something sweet.
You know how we do it. Something sweet at the end.
Yeah, something sweet. Alrighty, and our final question. Who do you think will win the 2024 Super Bowl?
That's a really, really difficult question now because everybody that's left is an amazing team, has a really good quarterback, good defense, good offense. So, right now it's really a toss-up. But I'm going to have to go with my boy Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Oh, really? Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah. You still got Josh Allen in there with the Bills. You got the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. You got the Packers. You got the 49ers. It's tough. It's tough right now. But I'm gonna have to go with the unanimous MVP, my MVP of this year, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Not taking enough away from Kansas City. Kansas City's a good team. Everybody's looking at Kansas City because they don't won back to back. But San Francisco, I think, has a chance to really have a good team.
Both of those are good teams.
Both of them are good teams, but
what's his name? Mahomes
is a good quarterback.
His helmet got cracked.
San Francisco is a good quarterback. Hey, stuff happens.
Yeah, they cracked his helmet. I was like, that's some cheap product.
No, or the helmet. I mean, you gotta think, prices of material going up.
Yeah, it's inflation, y'all.
So you gotta use cheaper material but I think San Francisco has a chance to win it. We'll see come February. We're gonna see what happens.
But do you like the when they do the halftime?
Yeah.
Usher supposed to be there.
I want to get into that.
I think he's gonna do a good job.
He's gonna do a good shot, but you can't outdo Dr. Dre did. That's the best Super Bowl I've seen this far.
Yeah.
I mean, when Missy Elliott did it, she
did a good job.
She did a good show. Rihanna, she was alright. But Snoop, Dr. Dre, you got to become real big to be a better Super halftime show.
You got that dancing? Or you trying to get the chilies? Which one you doing?
I mean, listen to the music.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know what Usher gonna do.
But they say he got some.
He better have something playing.
I think he got something playing because he's been in Las Vegas, so he's gonna give him that money's worth.
Janet back, but we know why. We know why.
We're gonna leave that alone.
We know why. But Justin Timberlake didn't been offered to come back.
They don't want to be bothered with him. We're gonna leave him alone too.
But I mean, like I said, it's halftime. You have to come big.
You do.
You gotta come
big.
big.
People waiting.
Yeah, you gotta come big. And I'm like this.
You gotta come big or go home.
Yeah, you gotta do better than what the next from last year. You gotta come better than the last Super Bowl.
I believe they know that. And you don't have a lot of time either.
No, but you have to have something that makes it. They remember that one Super Bowl. They remember that Super Bowl.
I want to thank you for talking with Talking Brown Sugar.
Thank you. Talking Brown Sugar. Appreciate you.
Thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts about the Super Bowl.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, we have to. If I see you on these streets or whatever, holler at us. Talking Brown Sugar.
We want to thank you again. This is episode 50
of Talking Brown Sugar.
I'm Angela's mom.
I'm Mar's the daughter.
We out!